Have you ever needed a gift for someone to offer comfort or celebrate them or just honor them in some way, but you wanted something special, something that would be meaningful to them? The signature quilt behind me is a very simple way to do that, and the following tutorial is going to teach you exactly how to accomplish that task. Today we are going to be making a signature quilt. This tutorial is very simple. It goes together in a snap. This is the block you will be making. You'll be signing your signature quilt with some type of a fabric marker. I prefer the Micron 05. It has a nice tip. The supplies that you will be needing: you'll need your 6.5-inch ruler. You'll need a jelly roll. A jelly roll is a roll of fabric strips 2.5 inches by the width of fabric. There are usually 42 in a package. You'll need some yardage. This will be what you will sign on. This is your signature fabric. It needs to be either a white or a tone-on-tone white, and you will be cutting this into 2.5-inch strips. You will need 21 2.5-inch strips. A disappearing ink marker is helpful as well. I would use the water soluble. You will also need freezer paper. Freezer paper needs to be cut into 2-inch by 6.5-inch pieces. You'll need enough for all of the blocks. You can make 126 blocks from the one jelly roll that we have, so you will need 126 of these pieces. The freezer paper can either be purchased 8.5 by 11-inch, or you can just go to the grocery store and buy freezer paper in the section where you have your plastic wrap and that sort of thing. It just comes on a roll and it works just fine. We will need to sort our jelly roll into 2 strips from the jelly roll plus one of those signature fabric strips that we cut, one of the 21. So you're going to just take all of your jelly roll strips and put the ones together that you like. I've got a green and a yellow with my white, and just put those all together from the jelly roll packet that you have. The next thing you'll do is you're going to sew all of the jelly roll strips, the pairs that you selected, to one of the center signature pieces. Now, you'll want to press the fabric toward the jelly roll strip, not toward the center, because we don't want any bulk here when we sign. So once we have done that, for all of our strips, we'll have a variety of colors. You're going to make sure that you have an accurate 1/4-inch seam, so that this measures from here to here exactly 6.5 inches. If it doesn't, it's not going to fit when you put your blocks together. Then what we'll do is we will line up our ruler, and we're going to cut 6.5-inch squares out of all of these 3 strip units that we have created. You will end up with 126 6.5-inch squares. Once you have cut all these apart, so they're 6.5 inches, we need to add something to stabilize this piece before we write on it. There are a few ways you can do it. You can buy some sandpaper that's very fine, and you can just place it underneath here. I'm not crazy about that because it can make the writing a little bit bumpy. The easier way, I think, is to use the freezer paper. So I have cut the freezer paper into the 2-inch by 6.5-inch. It has a glossy side, it has a paper side. Turn your blocks to the wrong side, and you are going to place the glossy side down, and then with a hot iron you're going to hold it maybe, I don't know, 10 or 15 seconds in each spot until it's fused down. It's not going to be permanent. There will be no residue, but it will give your blocks some stability when you write on it. You can see that it's much easier to write when it has a little bit heavier consistency here. So this is where your guests are going to write their messages, or those who are honoring the individual who will receive the quilt will write their name. We always have an issue when we offer a block like this. People who are not quilters do not realize that we are going to have a seam allowance there. They cannot write their message in the seam allowance, but it seems like they always do. So taking your water-soluble disappearing ink, you can take your 1/4-inch marking, line it up, on the ruler, and then just mark a line here. You can see here on this side, same thing on this side. Just takes you a minute to do it, and it's really worth it in the end, because you can tell people, do not write past those lines. Keep your message inside the lines. Then when you sew the quilt top together, just a little spritz of water gets rid of those lines. They may even be covered up depending on where you put them when you sew your blocks together. When it's time to put your top together, of course, keep in mind these will all be different colors. It'll look beautiful. It will be all the matching colors from your jelly roll from that fabric line, but they will all be different. So as you put these together, you're going to have one horizontal, one vertical. You will have 14 rows, and you will have 9 blocks in each row. And that will give you the 54 by 84 inch. Now, everyone will sign in these blocks. Let's say that you have fewer people than what you have blocks. You can leave some of the blocks empty, or you can just write quotes in those blocks, or have people write extended messages in those blocks. You can do whatever you want. If you have more than 126 people and you need more blocks, you can always add a border, a thin border around the edge, maybe using a 2.5 inch strip, and then let people sign in the border as well. And that will give you lots and lots of room to create your beautiful signature quilt. Very simple, very easy, and so much appreciated when it's given to someone to honor them, to celebrate them, or to just give them a hug of comfort if needed.